we've learned a lot about nature. We actually spent around half an hour seeing the sun set, and that was the most beautiful thing I've seen. I'm not even kidding, it was beautiful.
I learned lots of things. First off, I learned as working as a team can actually really make a difference instead of one person doing something. And also, if you say bad words like shut up or stupid, no one's gonna listen to you. If you start doing the thing, it will get you somewhere instead of you just sit there and not do anything.
Like business students and economic students learn about this in class, but when we went there, we actually applied the concept of delegation and specialization. So we said, okay, you person number one, cut tomatoes. You peel the apples or whatever. And together we made like these beautiful dishes, which actually with just like plain ingredients, we ended up making like this 5-star restaurant kind of food.
And food tasted so good over there.
Yeah, everything tasted
like even our dal and rice.
Yeah, exactly. Who would have thought we would get like paneer tarka and all in camp?
I think he really enjoyed it. And I think it's such a beautiful initiative from the school to do something like this. And to do it at this age is going to make them independent, it's going to make them relate to each other, it's going to make them know how to live outside of home, right? It's so many things that something like this teaches you. And it's a mammoth task. I'm so appreciative that the school is able to organize something from grade 5 to grade 12 all at the same time and do such a good job at it. I would really like to thank Convention.
This is something that as a parent we can never give. You know, we can organize fabulous tours all over the world, but then to experience India in this form, I'm so happy they do that.
Before I went for the trek, I thought I would die without my mobile phone, but the instructors kept us so occupied. Each day they would give us a new riddle or a joke or something that would just keep our mind thinking. So I just forgot about my phone by the time I entered the train. So it was really a great experience without my phone.
This particular generation, their comfort zone is inside their heads. The moment they plug in and they want to stay within and they're comfortable with that. That somehow there is a social anxiety in normal environment like this. You know, they don't actually interact. You don't say hi to a stranger. You just comfortable being yourself within your space. But they did not have such an option over there because they had to ask for help and they had to offer help in a trekking trip.
And it takes care of life skills development in a graded manner from grade 4 to grade 11, and also taking the teachers along the same ride so that everyone is on the same page. As I said, the bonding between teachers and students that happens on camp is way more organic than it could ever happen through just a regular interaction in the classroom. Because a child might not be able to explain to a teacher through words what he or she might through his or her actions on camp. Similarly for the teacher, a teacher might not be able to show his or her other side, so to speak, to a child in the classroom, whereas the same thing happens effortlessly on a program. And this bonding happens not just on camp, it is not an isolated event in both their lives. It is continuing in the classroom.
I think it really makes them discover themselves. They feel, okay, I can do this too. And when they bring back that to the classroom, say a child is a little behind in a particular subject, the child gets inner confidence that, yeah, I can do it too, I just have to put another step. So that kind of learning which comes back and they take back to class I think is just phenomenal.
I learned how to stay independent. I learned how to manage all my things. I learned that this time I should always never think of bad things. I should always go forward and keep one step forward. I should invite challenges, basically.
I saw them becoming more independent because they go away, they face challenges they didn't know they were going to face, or they never thought that they could do that on their own, like trekking the Himalayas, being away from their parents, taking a daily shower on their own. They do, and when they do, they get a sense of self-confidence, a boost of pride, and that I love to see them, because they always say like, I cannot do this, and then when they do, they are like so excited.
I was scared at first to go because all my friends told me like on the Delhi airport, there's like lots of crimes and you don't know what's gonna happen there and all that. So I was really nervous and scared to go at first, but then actually when I experienced it and I actually tried it, I think I enjoyed it and I'll go again next year.
But what you learn on these trips about yourself and others around you is something that you can apply both outside and inside class and helps you in both places.
Even as a child, she's always been very plucky, and willing to step off the cliff and take a plunge into something new. She's done that on occasions, and sometimes I am more reserved in nature. I find her being much more open to such things, and I don't want to hold her back.
Yamini was pretty amazing on the first day. That was the hardest day. And like it was a pretty sudden thing for all the people who had asthma, because suddenly they couldn't breathe, and like there were like
really
2 or 3
scary,
asthma
actually.
attacks. Yeah, it was pretty scary. But there was one girl who had an asthma attack, and then Yamini took her tent, and the tents are pretty much the heaviest things you carry. And she was already carrying one in her bag. She carried one on her back and another one in her arm.
But she helped me too, because with the first tent in my bag, I couldn't really fit any of my clothes inside. So I gave some of them to her, and she helped me carry those too. And it wasn't just me actually. There were a couple of people like Vicky and Vishwa who helped me carry it, like when I was really feeling way too tired to do it. And she cut her hand and she managed to make it up the mountain.
When they're just with their friends, they bring out a different side of themselves. I didn't think that's my child over there. When she came back and said that this is what I did. Like my little one, she said, one of her friends was short of breath and she couldn't climb. So she said, I just offered to hold her tent, and I had her tent on my back. I mean, I don't see her as a helper at all at home, but then to see this side of her when she's not at home, that was heartwarming for me.
They're now asking for going outside their comfort zones. That's the most pleasing thing, because now they know that we will be pushed outside our comfort zones, but they're asking us for it. I mean, what more could we ask for? Other than that, I think the teachers also are now enjoying it a lot more. So they're more open to this experience, bonding with the kids, leading by example, leading from the front. They're doing their activities and they're asking the kids to chug along, and the kids are also asking the teachers to chug along. So it's not just the kids building a great bond among themselves, it's also the teachers building a great bond with the kids. And it's a dialogue, it's not just one way.
When they did it, we said yes, if that child can push himself or herself to do it, then we have to do it. So we found ourselves pushing ourselves beyond the limits. So that we owe it to the children. The energy and enthusiasm that they show, we said no, we need to compete with them. I know we have a huge age difference and energy difference. We said no, we have to compete with them. It's like model setting, no? The children are looking upon us, so we need to complete this. So it was to push ourselves, push the boundaries.
My aha moment was, I was not so well informed at that point of time in my life, and these kids are extremely well informed for their age, and how inquisitive they are about science, about life, about nature, and how they wanted to participate in the activity, and the conversations were intellectual conversations, were some of the best ones I've had in my life.
This bridge between in-class learning versus going out and doing something completely different, this is where we come in, and taking this forward and making it a holistic process. That's where I think Inventure has really invested in a very bold and positive way, I think.
It definitely fits into the Inventure way of thinking, because apart from academics, Inventure gives a lot of importance to beyond academics, and I think our kids have been exposed to outbound learning as well. And Inventure doesn't impose us to sit in the class and study. It says use the campus, take the freedom, have fun with the kids, enjoy teaching them and enjoy learning along with them. So it definitely goes with Inventure's way of thinking, yes.
I think Inventure is doing a wonderful thing. This kind of experience not all schools offer, and of course it was scary for me to send, I had a moment of panic after they'd left the airport, I said, what am I doing? But then I know they're in good hands, and Inventure is fabulous. Yes. I'm very happy that they give children this kind of an opportunity.